Don Rickles was born Donald J. Rickles on May 8, 1926, in Queens, New York, and grew up in a working-class Jewish family in the Jackson Heights neighborhood. His father, Max Rickles, worked in insurance, while his mother, Etta, was known for her warmth and encouragement of her son's early sense of humor. From a young age, Rickles displayed a sharp tongue and an instinct for timing that would later define his career. Although he initially aspired to become a dramatic actor, his natural comedic instincts kept breaking through. After high school, he briefly studied at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, hoping for a career in serious performance, but life and personality steered him elsewhere. The contrast between his theatrical ambitions and his natural humor would eventually become the foundation of his unique comedic identity, one that reshaped stand-up comedy for generations. Childhood influences and early personality. Rickles' upbringing in Queens played a crucial role in shaping his personality and comedic voice. Growing up in a dense, diverse neighborhood exposed him to a wide range of personalities, accents, and attitudes, all of which later fed into his observational humor. He was known among friends and classmates as quick-witted, sometimes mischievous, and always ready with a comeback. His humor often served as both defense and connection, allowing him to navigate social situations with confidence. His family environment was supportive, especially his mother, who recognized his talent early and encouraged him to entertain others. Even as a child, Rickles showed a fascination with performance, mimicking people and crafting humorous impressions. These early experiences built the foundation for his later ability to read an audience instantly, a skill that would become essential in his groundbreaking approach to live comedy and crowd interaction. Military service and the post-war turning point. During World War II, Rickles served in the United States Navy aboard the USS Cyrene in the Pacific Theater. Like many young men of his generation, his military service exposed him to discipline, structure, and the realities of life beyond entertainment. Although he was not deployed in frontline combat, the experience still left a lasting impression on him. After being discharged, he returned to New York with uncertainty about his future. Like many veterans, he struggled briefly to find direction in civilian life. It was during this period that he began gravitating toward performance, initially considering acting but gradually discovering that humor came more naturally to him. His ability to lighten tense situations and connect with people through quick wit made comedy an increasingly attractive path, setting the stage for his eventual entry into nightclub performances in the early 1950s. Nightclubs and the birth of a new comedy style. Rickles' early career in nightclubs was not an immediate success, but it was transformative. Performing in small venues, he initially tried traditional acting-style material between comedy bits, but audiences responded more strongly to his spontaneous remarks and sharp humor. Over time, he began leaning into direct audience interaction, often teasing and playfully insulting patrons in real time. This approach, later known as insult comedy, became his signature style. Unlike many comedians who relied on prepared routines, Rickles thrived on improvisation, feeding off audience reactions and adapting instantly. His ability to insult without alienating became a rare skill, rooted in charm and timing rather than malice. As word spread about his unpredictable performances, he began attracting larger audiences. This period marked the true birth of his comedic identity, one that would redefine stand-up comedy and influence countless performers in the decades that followed. Breakthrough and Hollywood recognition. Rickles' breakthrough came when he began performing in prominent Las Vegas venues, where his fearless interaction with audiences set him apart. A legendary turning point occurred when Frank Sinatra attended one of his shows. Instead of treating Sinatra with deference, Rickles jokingly insulted him, a bold move that could have ended his career. Instead, Sinatra laughed and embraced the humor, eventually becoming one of Rickles' strongest supporters. This moment elevated Rickles into Hollywood circles and opened doors to television appearances and celebrity events. He soon became a favorite on variety shows and comedy specials, particularly on programs like The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson and the Dean Martin Celebrity Roasts. His reputation grew as a performer who could roast anyone, from everyday audience members to the most powerful figures in entertainment, all while maintaining a sense of warmth and control. Film and television career expansion. As Rickles' fame grew, he transitioned into film and television roles, showcasing his versatility beyond stand-up comedy. He appeared in films such as Run Silent, Run Deep, 1958, acting alongside major Hollywood stars like Clark Gable and Burt Lancaster. Although he later became associated primarily with comedy, these early dramatic roles demonstrated his range as an actor. In 1970, he appeared in Kelly's Heroes with Clint Eastwood, blending humor with war film storytelling. Television became another major platform for him, where his unpredictable humor made him a standout guest on talk shows. His ability to improvise made him especially popular with hosts, as his appearances often turned into comedic events of their own. Through both film and television, Rickles built a reputation not just as a stand-up comedian, but as a multi-talented entertainer capable of adapting to different formats and audiences. CPO Sharky and television stardom. In the late 1970s, Rickles took on a leading role in the sitcom CPO Sharky, where he played a sarcastic and sharp-tongued US Navy Chief Petty Officer. The role allowed him to bring his signature comedic style into a structured television format while maintaining his improvisational energy. The show became a vehicle for his personality, blending scripted comedy with moments that felt spontaneous and authentic. Though the series was relatively short-lived, it strengthened Rickles' television presence and introduced him to audiences who may not have been familiar with his nightclub work. His performance reinforced his identity as a comedian who thrived on controlled chaos, using insults and sarcasm as tools for humor rather than hostility. Even within the constraints of network television, Rickles managed to preserve the essence of his stage persona, further cementing his place in American comedy history. Toy Story and a new generation of fans. In the 1990s, Rickles experienced a career resurgence when he was cast as the voice of Mr. Potato Head in Pixar's Toy Story franchise. This role introduced him to a new generation of audiences who may not have known his earlier work. His distinctive voice and comedic timing brought the animated character to life, adding humor and personality that became central to the film's success. The role was a perfect fit, allowing him to channel his sarcasm in a family-friendly context. For Rickles, it was both surprising and amusing that a talking toy became one of his most widely recognized roles. Despite decades of live performances and television appearances, he often joked that younger fans primarily knew him as a plastic potato. Nevertheless, the franchise ensured his legacy extended well beyond traditional stand-up comedy audiences. Marriage and personal life with Barbara Sklar. On March 14, 1965, Rickles married Barbara Sklar, beginning a partnership that would last over 5 decades. Unlike his stage persona, which was built on sharp insults and fearless humor, Rickles was known to be deeply affectionate and loyal in his personal life. Barbara provided stability amid the unpredictable world of entertainment. Their relationship was marked by mutual respect, humor, and emotional grounding. Rickles often credited her with keeping him balanced throughout his career. The couple had 2 children, Mindy and Larry, both of whom pursued careers in entertainment in different capacities. Despite the pressures of Hollywood life, their marriage remained strong, enduring fame, travel, and personal challenges. Their long-lasting bond became one of the most admired aspects of Rickles' life beyond comedy: family, tragedy, and personal loss. Rickles' family life, while filled with love, was also marked by tragedy. His son, Larry Rickles, worked as a producer but passed away at the age of 41 due to pneumonia, a devastating loss for the family. This event deeply affected Rickles, who often expressed how painful it was to lose a child despite a life filled with professional success. His daughter, Mindy Rickles, pursued acting and continued the family's connection to entertainment. Through these experiences, Rickles revealed a more vulnerable side of himself, contrasting with his public persona. His grandchildren also brought him joy and perspective, particularly as they expressed admiration for his work in Toy Story. These family dynamics highlighted the emotional depth behind the comedian known for his fearless stage presence. Comedy philosophy and performance. Style Rickles built his career on a philosophy that comedy should be immediate, personal, and unfiltered. His insult-based humor was never intended to harm, but rather to create a shared space of laughter through surprise and spontaneity. He believed in breaking social barriers by addressing people directly. often turning audience members into participants in the show. This approach required a unique balance of timing, charisma, and empathy. While his jokes could appear sharp, they were grounded in mutual understanding between performer and audience. Over time, he became known as Mr. Warmth, a nickname that reflected the paradox of his comedic style. He could be biting on the surface while remaining deeply engaging and entertaining, a rare combination in stand-up comedy. Final years and lasting legacy. Don Rickles passed away on April 6, 2017 at the age of 90 due to kidney failure in Century City, Los Angeles. He spent his final years surrounded by family, still active in interviews and occasional performances. His burial at Mount Sinai Memorial Park Cemetery placed him among many influential figures in entertainment history. Tributes from across Hollywood highlighted his groundbreaking influence on comedy, his fearless performance style, and his ability to connect with audiences across generations. Now, few entertainers maintain such long-lasting relevance, spanning nightclub stages, television, film, and animation. His legacy remains defined by his innovation in insult comedy, his enduring marriage, and his ability to make audiences laugh across decades. Rickles left behind a comedy style that continues to influence performers, ensuring his place as one of the most distinctive voices in American entertainment history.